All right, guys, fun episode of The Stretch coming on. We got Barstool Banks coming on at the end of the show to talk about the Masters. Do like a little 15-minute preview.
Little powwow.
Masters for dummies. We don't really talk about
That's me.
Yeah,
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me as well.
We're like the creasters of golf fans.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's the great way to put it, Dave. So, like 15 minutes on the Masters at the end. Dan joins us midway. We talk a little college basketball, national championship. We get into the game, UConn. We talk a little Cubs with him, and then we start the show with some White Sox. Oh, and then we get into some Bulls because the Bulls
are a train wreck.
Yes, exactly.
Just when you think the Bulls can't be any worse.
Exactly.
They're an
So,
embarrassment.
yeah, a lot going on here on today's show, so let's jump into it. All right, guys, before we get going, I want to talk about ChevyDriveChicago.com. You guys already know the big news. We're giving away a Chevy. That's right. If you haven't heard by now, I don't know what you've been doing because you've been talking about this since like early this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited to see who gets to win this thing. So if you somehow don't know, though, we're giving away a chance for you to win the car that you want. That's right. You get to pick which car you want to win. You get to pick it, win it, drive it with so many great cars to pick from in the Chevy lineup. There's one that's perfect for you and what you need. If you need a truck you can depend on, pick the Silverado. If you're ready to go EV, the Equinox EV is perfect for you. If you want an SUV, the Blazer or Equinox is what you need. You just go to ChevyDriveChicago.com. There's like a carousel of banners.
Just
so
click
make
through
sure
till you find it.
Yes, click through. It's usually the first one.
Yeah.
But I haven't checked in a couple days.
Let's check right now.
Yeah, so yeah, check right now. That's a good idea. But yeah, like I said, entering is easy. Go to ChevyDriveChicago.com to enter to win. In the meantime, go shop your pick at your local Chevy dealer today. The official partner of the Chicago Bears. Is it up there?
It's up there.
There
It
we
took
go.
me about 5 clicks to get through.
Boom.
So yeah, pick it, win it, drive it. That's what it says. Big, bold banner ad. So just click, and then it'll take you right through to win it. So just your name, contact information. That's all it takes, and then you can get yourself a Chevy.
Perfect. Go do it. Also, guys, this episode is brought to you by Kraken, the official crypto platform of Barstool Sports, and the only investing platform we go to in big moments. Baseball fans get it. It's a long game. You don't win in one inning, and you don't lose everything on one bad play. Investing is the same. You just need to stay consistent, and Kraken makes it easy. It's not just crypto either. Stocks and ETFs, too, all in one place. Over 13 million people trust it because it's reliable when things matter. Here's the lineup, 350-plus cryptos to trade, 11,000-plus equities, including stocks and ETFs, recurring buys, so you don't have to think about it, rewards for holding certain assets. Geo restrictions do apply. Up to $200 when friends sign up. Terms and conditions apply on that as well. Play the long game. Kraken's giving you $25 in Bitcoin. New users go to kraken.com/Barstool. Use code Barstool25 when you sign up. Deposit and trade $100. Boom. $25 in Bitcoin. Done. Securities and brokerage services offered by Kraken Securities LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Digital asset services offered by Payward Interactives Incorporated. FINCEN registered money services business. Not a member of FINRA/SIPC and not FDIC insured. All right, on that note, welcome to The Stretch, everybody. A lot going on. There's some Bulls hubbub. People are really upset with the Bulls. The fucking Chicago White Sox have won 3 in a row.
They're on fire.
Can you believe that, Ed?
They swept the Blue Jays. Some bad news when it comes to the
That's
Cubs.
bad news for banana bread.
Oh, yeah, it is bad news for banana. Actually, let's just start there, Dave.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
Opening day as well at Sox Park. How did it go, Dave? Did you have the time of your life, and are you actually enjoying this team that has just come off of a sweep versus the World Series runner-up team?
Yeah. I always enjoy myself at the ballpark. I will say this. I don't know if it was just opening day and the sausages were fresher, but I had the best sausage I think I've ever had in my entire life. Not just baseball or sports related or tailgate. Like, it was that good of a.
Well, that's what they're doing. Of course, that's why it was so good.
It was unbelievably good, and they're always good.
I don't know.
I've had some.
Dude, lately in like September, they're just those buns.
I've had one
Can't speak to
there.
that.
I had one there last year. They only cooked it.
That wasn't last year. That was years ago.
2 years ago.
It was multiple years ago, and that was
Cooked on one side.
That was the exception to the rule. And
I agree. They got great food.
Yeah. But yeah, great time at the ballpark. Great weather on Friday.
Lappy was buzzing.
It was buzzing. It was a buzz. It seemed like the crowds were decent throughout the rest of the weekend, even though Saturday was shit.
What does that
weather.
mean? What's decent for the Sox these days?
Well, when I woke up on Saturday, I was thinking about going again, and it was pissing rain out with like 40-mile-an-hour winds. I'm like, absolutely not. And I thought there was going to be 12 people in there, 8 of them being like the 108 guys on Saturday afternoon. But it actually cleared up. It looked like they had 25-ish out, which I would not have anticipated. But it was a good weekend of baseball. The Munetaka, I think that's where we should start with the White Sox.
Yeah, I have a couple things on that.
When they signed
about his on the field stuff or his off the field stuff?
We can go with both. Well, you can quarterback it.
Okay, well, you seem more passionate about his on the field stuff, so we'll start there.
On the field stuff. When they signed him, obviously it came out of nowhere. That it was nothing that was spoken of until it kind of happened in the few days, that they were rumored to actually be in contention for him. I was very, very, I don't want to say timid. It was more of a wait and see mode, because if you look at his numbers in Japan, like, I did not think they were going to translate to major league pitching whatsoever, and that's why his market dropped and plummeted like it did. Everyone thought that he was going to be overpowered by big league pitching and strike out at like a 40% clip. Obviously, the power is there, but he looks good so far. He looks really comfortable. He does not in any way look overmatched this far. He's handling fastballs well. He's always going to strike out at an above average clip, but the power is so real that it doesn't really matter, and he's walking a lot. There was a lot of Japanese people at the stadium on Friday.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of Japanese people.
That's good.
Yeah, it's awesome. So it's off to a perfect start, I would say, for the Munetaka Murakami experience.
How do you feel about the nickname controversy?
I thought it was one of the dumbest things I'd ever heard in my entire life.
Are you aware of this, Chief?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so John Schriffen, obviously play-by-play announcer, he called him the Southside Samurai. People didn't like that. I don't know if they didn't like it.
No, I didn't see one person who. I saw one article where it was like an anonymous source said that there was people in the front office that said that they didn't like it. I did not see one person, including Munetaka Murakami himself, say that this was like a racist trope or something.
Well, I think you got to let me finish. I think people also didn't like it because they just think Schriffen's kind of corny. So
if that's why you don't like it, that's fair. But that's not what the article that really fanned flames was about. They tried to make it a racist thing when it was not a racist thing.
And
it was an alliteration thing.
And Murray has said that himself.
Yes. Fuck yourself. You're not. It was written by a white guy who was trying to tell fucking Asian people how to think instead of letting that guy think for himself. So fuck off. Okay, Jeff Agris.
So you're okay with the Southside Samurai nickname?
I'm not a nickname guy anyways. I'm going to just call him Mooney because Mooney flows better. It's way less syllables.
I thought he likes Muri, M-U-R-I. No? Mooney?
Mooney, Murray.
Whatever.
I mean, It's the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
In the end, it's basically the same thing. But I'm just going to call
I think as far as Chris Berman-esque nicknames, that one's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, that's, subjective. It doesn't sound as pretty to you, I guess. But like that article written in the Sun-Times was such a fucking dog shit piece of journalism. Even people I talked to with the White Sox, because I talked to a few people with the White Sox. They're like, this is a absolute joke of an article. They were actually calling him out for having no journalistic integrity. Which I thought was kind of funny considering who was telling me that, but I'll just leave that at that. That whole saga, I don't even want to call it a saga, that whole thing was beyond stupid. It might have worked 4 years ago, Ed, but not anymore.
It's over. But that's, to me, what it was. I think more people were like, all right, Schriffen.
Did you read the article, though?
I didn't read it because I didn't really.
They were talking about how it could be considered racist.
Well, yeah, I saw the headline, so obviously I got the gist of it without reading it.
Yeah.
It was exactly what you thought it was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. And because it's paywalled, and I'm not paying for that.
Yeah, there's archive.
Yeah, sure, but regardless. But yeah, I figured you would say it's a non-issue, especially because
it's complete and total non-issue, and I didn't want to even comment on it publicly over the weekend because I didn't want to give clicks to that exact, that's how that guy's making money. That's bait gif. That's what it was.
Okay. All right.
That was bait. Nice fucking try.
All right.
But Munetaka Murakami, he looks the part, and so far so good. I do think that obviously he's a rookie seeing these, pitchers for the first time, and there will be a book that opens up on him. There will be struggles, but for what you want to see out of him, he has checked every single box so far, and I love it. And the immersion of cultures too, because there's a lot of Japanese fans that are mixing it up with White Sox fans with the Google Translate over X right now. It's been really fun. It's been really fun.
So
I don't really have a ton of crossover with Japan baseball at all. So
you also don't have a ton of fun with baseball
at all. Yeah.
yeah.
I had some fun this weekend. I do like watching the Cubs tinkle down their legs to start the season a little bit, but they'll be fine.
No, I'm not concerned about the Cubs at all. So are you encouraged to the point where, like, can this team be interesting until like June this year?
I don't see it. They don't have the depth. There will be struggle. Like this weekend, the Blue Jays played the worst baseball they could have possibly played. Mm-hmm. I don't think they'll play. I mean, they got shut out by the White Sox yesterday. They scored how many? I think they scored 3 runs in the whole series, maybe. I couldn't watch Saturday.
Keep going.
But that's one of the best teams in the American League versus one of the worst teams in the American League. Obviously, this was good for the banana bread off for later in the year. For that's a win-win for me, the banana bread off.
Yeah, I would say
definitely a win-win for us.
Yeah, exactly. Totally.
Yeah.
I would assume we're just gonna do it for Bear streams on Sundays. But to have nice fresh baked banana bread. But here's my thing: what's the difference between 98 wins or 98 losses and 100 losses?
There is something different.
I
mean, in reality, no. But when you have 100 losses, it's like a whole different level of stink.
Mm-hmm.
The triple digits hurts.
It does. But
all right. So at the end of the day, 10 days in, 9 games in, you're still not convinced.
No, absolutely not. Now I'll say this:
this team could be interesting in any capacity outside of the.
There are a handful of interesting. Obviously, Kyle Teal is going to return in for all the players that the White Sox have accumulated over the last couple of years since rebuild, whatever number rebuild they're on, has started. Kyle Teal, I think, is the most projectable long term. Obviously, he was hurt during the World Baseball Classic, and he'll be back. I don't know, within the next 2-3 weeks, and they're taking it slow with him. But add him to the lineup. Then you got Noah Schultz, who's through 2 starts just completely dominated in Charlotte. You got Sam Antonacci on the horizon, who's dominating in Charlotte. Then you got Tanner McDougal, who looks like he might be a guy, and a few others. So they could tread water and hang around 500 maybe, but
at some point the bottom will fall off.
Yeah, the depth is so bad that I don't see them 70 wins would be that's a tough number to ask of them this year. That's a tough number to ask of them. So.
And shout out to our guy Ozzie, getting his number retired.
That is the number one thing we got to talk about. Is there a more beloved figure in Chicago outside of Ditka than Ozzie Guillen as a whole?
I mean, I think people who are really in the landscape really like Ozzie for sure. I think there's a lot of people who don't give a shit about the Sox,
but they love Ozzie.
Yeah, I think they do love Ozzie, but maybe some people are just indifferent. I would say, Ditka's a little you made quite the claim right there, so I have to push back.
I said outside of Ditka.
But I think,
it's just such a Bears town. But I do think, Ozzie has crossover appeal to the north side.
I don't know a single Cubs fan who dislikes Ozzie.
But I could see there being a lot of people who are like, oh, I just don't give a shit about the White Sox. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But, he's such a lovable character.
That's what it is.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because I pay attention to both teams for this job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if I wonder if this job away, if you were fucking slinging freight like I used to be, you would have an appreciation for Ozzie in the city.
Sure, but I think you are neglecting to see a whole chunk of the fan base or the whole chunk of the city that's just gives a shit about the Cubs and doesn't pay attention to the White Sox at all.
There's 2 managers in the last 250 years of Major League.
I'm not talking success. City. I'm talking about beloved.
That's not what I'm talking about either.
Okay,
Ozzie is way more beloved than Joe Madden in this city.
I would agree.
No, Cubs fan base is way bigger. I think you guys are.
But White Sox fans
very bubbled.
White Sox fans.
No.
White Sox fans can't stand Joe Madden.
No,
a lot of Cubs.
Take that aside. At the end, Cubs fans were tired of Joe Madden.
Sure, but he still won a World Series.
No doubt.
I see Cubs fans talk to this day about how they won in spite of Joe Madden. Now, Ozzie Guillen was not known for his X's and O's and managing all the way. It was more like how he kept a clubhouse.
Totally. Yeah,
you know?
I know that.
And-
I love Ozzie. I should be clear. Ozzie's the best.
Doesn't feel like it, Ed.
Ozzie's the
There's
best.
no-
I just think
like it.
I'm just saying we're a little
He's
bubbled.
worried that he's about to.
We're a
get
little
clipped.
bubbled. Chief
And
tried to
I've-
fuck him in January 3 years ago. Like that's all I'm saying. Is we're a
No,
little bubbled.
we are bubbled for sure, but
Ozzie's the fucking man.
Ozzie has a way better appeal with
I
fans
think-
than Madden does with White Sox.
I think everybody looks at Ozzie and it's like, that's an authentic guy.
For sure.
For where it's like, yeah, he had the success. It's almost like he's become more endearing since coming back as a broadcaster studio guy.
He still lives, in the suburbs,
but he's here.
he's been here.
Totally.
Yeah.
Madden's still here.
I don't know where he is.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Like,
coach for the Yankees.
Ozzie's a Chicago guy. Obviously, he's from Venezuela and everybody. But he's
No,
one of
he's
ours.
got roots
Yes.
here. Yeah,
His
I
family
think
was
there's
raised here.
definitely something to that, and I think that they've been a dumpster fire for 6 years. Like in reality,
Since then, basically,
Right.
since he was managing.
yeah, but like they weren't always
Yes.
a laughing stock.
No,
And he has been like the one thing where he's able to walk that line between being like an employee of the White Sox, but also keeping it real.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
He adds like some levity to it. Not too many guys can be like taken seriously and be funny at the same time. He's one of those guys. So I think Ozzie's.
I love Ozzie.
The
I
best.
was like, so I saw Brooks Boyer before that. He's like, we got a big surprise today. So that was at Cork and Carry, and then we were all kind of just what could it be? What could it be? What's gonna go? What are they doing? And we had no idea. I was talking to like the 108 guys and shit about it, and had no idea. And then when they announced it, the whole stadium went wild. When I saw the video later that day or the next day or whatever of him breaking down in tears, that was like the closest I've been to crying about sports in decades and decades. And like when he called his wife over and everything, I love Ozzie. I'm so happy for him. He's
a big wife guy too.
He's
very like he's just like an endearing.
Yes,
Totally.
everything about him. Everything about and like he's kind of cut from that same like Portnoy cloth where he just calls it as he sees it, and I think that's why people gravitate towards him.
Yeah, I'm glad he was honored, and
he deserves it.
definitely does.
And
Now,
I hope they don't fuck it up because I don't think they've done a great job with some of their recent
I would agree.
celebrations and ceremonies.
I was asked a few times like, oh, what do you think? This is just another Reinsdorf one. It's like, no, Ozzie absolutely deserves it.
Yeah.
Absolutely deserves
Agreed. I don't think it's that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
like the way that
contrasted with the Blackhawks, like the Blackhawks do pomp and circumstance,
great.
incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was there for Taves. Yeah.
You're there for Taves, like the Hossa nights, the
Chelios is
Chelios,
great. Yep.
Patrick Kane stuff. Like they really do a great job. They don't do a lot well, but they do that spectacular. And I think they're like, there's a big gap between how they do it and how the White Sox do it.
I've been to a handful of them.
The 20th anniversary of 05 was a joke.
Well, the White Sox fans were like, we do not want to see this right now.
Yeah, but like the Hawks are fucking. They're finishing
Horrible,
dead
yeah.
last in the division for the
What
fourth
have they
year
lost?
in a row.
8 of 9.
Yeah,
10,
but it's
10,
been this way. Like it's been this way for years now,
Mhm.
and so all of their ceremonies and stuff for past players, Chelios, Hossa, whatever. That's all happened while the team has been absolute dog shit, and they're still like reverence, and they just do a great job of that.
Yeah, I mean, we were at Mitchell's and people didn't even realize what was going on for
Yeah.
the 20th anniversry.
It was like poorly
it was
publicized.
brutal. Yeah,
you couldn't
the
fill
stadium was not even
empty.
close.
It was
Yeah.
there was like 10 people there.
That's what I'm saying. I just hope they do it right.
Yeah.
They did 8 fucking bobbleheads for Derrick Rose night, which I know is not the same thing, but still,
it's cut from the same cloth.
exactly. That's. I just hope they do Ozzie right.
Yeah,
They need to do it right.
I mean,
The Burley statue they did 2 days, and
they should
Because of this-
honestly. I know they won't, but they should do it during the Cubs. Like
they already announced it. It's August 8th. So it's probably against like the fucking Tigers or something.
Yeah, but you understand my point. Like, do it for a game that people are going to be fired up for, that they're going to be in there anyways, and the stadium will be full, and he can get like the proper.
yeah.
While I see what you're saying, I think that people will turn up for Ozzie more so than
I hope so.
anybody that they could retire. I mean, they've already knocked out all the main guys.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think they're gonna retire. Like if they're starting to like think about who else can like, and they start retiring like AJ and those guys, then we can start pitching. But Sox fans will turn out. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 30,000 people there. For
I hope you're right.
And he absolutely deserves it. I'll be there for it, 100%. I don't care if they've lost 100 games in a row. At that point, I'll be there for it.
They are playing the Guardians.
Yep.
All right, let's move it on to the Cubs. Fucking Cade Horton
Tragic news.
Leaves his start early.
I did not mean it. He was crying his eyes out. That's not good.
15-day DL.
Yeah, which feels like a good
change.
sign.
Yeah, it's going to change. No, that's what happens anytime there's something like this. It'll be moved to the 60.
Feels like a good sign that he said it started on his wrist instead of his forearm. Because
tingling's where it starts. It's
everything I've read was that those are good signs. So I choose to believe in positivity here, Dave. The wrist, the 15 days. He's going to be okay.
15 days, take that out of your brain right now. That doesn't.
Well, it's going to be more than 15. Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand. And I hope it is.
Yeah.
There's no reason to rush this guy back right now at all. But regardless, it fucking sucks.
He's doing his imaging today, so we'll probably find out.
Maybe by the time this is
bet
over.
you be tomorrow. But, yeah, it's not great because, like, it was.
That was in the first inning, correct?
Second inning.
I didn't see the start.
He went 1, 2, 3 in the first.
What was his velo like? Were they commenting on how low it was? Or?
So he was in the first inning. He was over 96, and then when he was I think he faced 2 batters with it, and it dropped to he had 93 and 94. So it dropped a couple miles per hour, and then he like signaled over to the dugout saying something was up. So, not great to say the least, but. Because, like the same thing at the end of last year where he had like, you thought it was like a tune-up start right before the playoffs to get him ready. And then it's like, shut him down.
Yep.
And then it's like, well, we have our ace. He'll be back healthy. And there was like talk of bringing him back if they had made the NLCS. Like, could he pitch in that? And then it was just his first start of the year. It's right back where you were. And it's like having that guy, like that power arm at the top of the rotation changes everything.
And now you worry, is this kind of a thing with this guy now?
Yeah.
Like how much can we rely on him because he has gone down twice like this. So it sucks.
17 pitches.
Yeah. No, it really sucks, and it truly makes that Owen Casey trade all the more important because Edward Cabrera has been awesome.
Gas.
Yeah.
Dude, Shota too.
Shota pitched well yesterday.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
He did. So look they're gonna. Let's hope everything's fine. I'm with you, Ed. Let's be positive. Let's hope he's 15 and can come back in May or June or something like that. And then right around the same time, Steele's ramping up and, and then that's your 1, 2, 3. That's pretty fucking good. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Cabrera's look great. Shota's been very serviceable. So hopefully they can just kind of ride this out. It's been a rough start to the year, though.
Yeah, it sucks that it didn't coincide like another month or two. Could have been time for Steele to just slot right in and carry you over for a little bit, but now it's like
no, they got the depth to get by.
They do for sure,
but I disagree.
You don't know
with
what
that.
Steele is gonna be when he comes back.
I'd rather if it is something that they can correct and he can come back full strength, I'd let him have it happen now. If he has got to go on the 60 now and then he's ready to go.
Yeah, I'm just trying to have my cake and eat it too with Steele coming back.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. So,
which is fair.
I mean, they've got depth. I mean, they'll. It's just like they got to get the bats going too. Like it's just hasn't been. The game what was it? The first half of the doubleheader was a 1-0 game.
I know. Reportedly, Seiya is going to come back on Friday.
Good.
So that's a massive shot in the arm for the lineup.
Big time.
But yeah, the lineup's been
meh.
Yeah. Very meh.
Yeah.
So. That needs to get going.
Hap, Bregman, and Bush are all struggling. And PCA.
And obviously they've done nothing but play in cold weather.
Yeah.
It was an early 6 games in March in Wrigley. And
why are they playing there?
Then they had a rain out Saturday in Cleveland. So it's been all shit. So it's not baseball weather, so to speak.
They're a game under 500. They're they're going to be – I think they're still – winning the division. Like I don't have any long-term concerns unless Horton is done for the year because then that's a game changer.
I mean, I'm not saying this to be the contrarian, but anytime a pitcher calls the trainer and walks off and is crying, I think he knows. So
But I'm pretty sure he's had Tommy John before.
That doesn't mean
anything. Am I right? But he might know what it feels like, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, he's had Tommy John.
So
yeah, he'd had it in 2021.
So he may know
his first year. But that's what I feel. But I could be very wrong. I'm choosing to be positive about this because, of course, we got the depth to get us by now. Whether it's Ray, Assad, I'm kind of pretty much over the Ben Brown experiment. But
dude, that's one of those ones where I feel like the Cubs do this every so often, where they have a guy and I'm like, oh fuck, like this guy. Who was the little guy? He was like, oh, Juan Cruz. I'm like, that's Pedro Martinez. Like that guy is Pedro Martinez.
Closer?
No.
Well, he eventually became a bullpen guy.
But he started as a starter.
And he was like his first few starts. I'm like, holy fuck! Like this guy's incredible.
Like currently, or
no. This is like 15 years ago now.
He had the slider that was like the best pitch in baseball for a minute.
He had the blue glove.
Yeah,
remember that?
What's his name? Who am I?
You're thinking of the guy.
Thinking of Carlos Marmol?
No.
Marmol. Yes, I'm thinking of Carlos Marmol. Yes.
I also thought the same thing about Carl Edwards.
Carl Edwards was filthy.
Yeah. And then he moved into like a high leverage role. He was an important piece of that 16 team, but I thought when he first came up, I'm like, here's another.
This is it.
Yeah. And then Ben Brown's, he's got like incredible stuff. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why like certain guys just can't get it figured out. But yeah, because you can't trust Ben Brown. And then fucking Jordan Wicks, when they first brought him up, he looked like he was going to be a fixture in the rotation for a while, and then just went away and never came back.
But I love Ray. I like Assad. We'll be fine.
Tyon will be serviceable.
Yeah, just plug Saya back in. We'll be all.
If they're like, I don't know, like 15 and 12 at the end of the month, I don't know, a few games over 500, they'll be. That's that's perfectly acceptable where you want it.
Yeah.
All right, so Dan's going to join us here in a second. We're going to talk some UConn, Michigan. We're going to talk some Bulls, some other stuff, whatever comes up, and then obviously we're going to be joined by Banks about the Masters later on. So let's talk about Noble before we get into that. Noble, everybody's rocking them here. It's brought to you by Noble, Barstool's favorite footwear brand.
Wearing them right now.
So am I. Noble is a brand known for their best-in-class footwear, and they're everywhere right now, walking around Chicago, at the airport, grabbing coffee, wherever we go. They've got so many great styles and colors, and they're about to drop their newest daily runner, the Journey 2. This is Noble's daily running shoe with an emphasis on comfort, support, and dependability. Soft where you want it, structured where you need it. Take it outside, and you can run or walk. The Journey 2s are made to move your way. I love them. I think they're great, and I've been getting a lot of compliments on them. So go buy your Nobles exclusively for Stretch listeners. Noble is offering 35% off your first order. Visit nobleproject.com. Use code Stretch for 35% off your entire first order. That's NOBULLPROGACT.com. Use code Stretch for 35% off. Go check out Noble. Also, guys, DraftKings is changing the way you play here. They got the Flex Spins, new and exclusive at DraftKings Casino. Flex Spins let you choose how to use your spins across more than 100 slots. So the power of play is in your hands. New players, play $5, get 500 in Flex Spins. Claim 50 spins a day for 10 days. Then you choose how to play them across your favorite games like Huff and More Puff, Cash Eruption, and more. Download the app now and sign up with code StretchPod. Claim your 500 Flex Spins and choose your slots. The crown is yours in partnership with DraftKings Casino. All right, Big Catch joined the show.
What's up?
How we doing?
Sorry, too loud.
How was the Final Four?
It was good. It was good. Indianapolis is awesome. Puts on a great
It's the
event.
best city.
Yeah, it should be. The Final Four should be in Indianapolis every year because basketball does mean more in Indiana. It was good. Games sucked, but what are you going to do?
I can't believe Arizona laid a stinker like that.
Arizona laying a sticker felt bad for Illinois fans. I was at the Illinois hotel. I was staying at the Illinois hotel.
Oh, yeah.
So it was very funny. Obviously a lot of stoolies and, I ran into Bielema and it was just funny too because I actually didn't. I have a future on UConn, but I told Illinois fans, like, I'm kind of seeing, like, whatever happens, because UConn already paid my future off by beating Duke. I was like, I like Brad Underwood. I got no, not like.
Got no qualms.
But
with
then,
you.
like, I had, like, an Illinois fan, like, be like, ILL, and I'm like, dude, I can't do that. Like, I still am. Like, I went to Wisconsin. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, there's limits to this. So. I felt bad for them. Great season, but yeah, it sucked.
Did
like,
you actually feel bad for him though?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Well, I
loved watching him lose like that.
I have obviously we all know people. I have friends who went there, and like being at the hotel, like it's the most depressing situation you could ever have.
And you've been there.
Yeah, and I've been there. I've been there in that city of like being in that depressing situation. So like you get all geared up, and it's like the whole weekend so much fun.
That's probably my favorite picture of you ever.
Oh, with Dave
when you're dragging the Snoopy blanket.
Yeah. So yeah, I did feel bad for him. And now Michigan's probably gonna win. And it sucks because I don't like Michigan.
Yeah.
Why aren't people giving UConn a shot?
I know they have a shot. I'm just saying, like, if you play this game
For sure.
if you play this game 10 times, UConn probably wins 2 to 3 times. And again, I have a future on UConn. I'm rooting for UConn.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan's just so good. They just have so many answers to everything. They can do everything, and their defense is good, and their offense is good, and they look like the team that we saw in November when they were absolutely smoking people in non-conference, and that's the scary part. But yeah, UConn definitely, you can't say that UConn has no shot. It's Dan Hurley. It's UConn. Like, they've been there, done that. They
million times over.
Yeah, and the way that they're able to play in non-conference and slow teams down, they run great offense. So, by the way, Eddie, I apologize. Illinois and Iowa had only played once. We got that wrong.
Yeah, I knew that. I don't know why, but
yeah. You did get. I mean, you saying thank you to everyone who chimed in and said that, like, Eddie saying Duke runs incredible offense was probably the dumbest thing that's ever been said on this program.
That's not true.
Yeah,
I will say that I didn't phrase it correctly.
Yeah, because it was what you phrased was just wrong. UConn runs great offense. UConn runs offense where they're constantly moving, getting guys open. So that would be the way they can win that game. Is they got to hit their threes. And I know that sounds simple, but like one thing with UConn is they'll get threes. They just have to hit them.
And Caravan has to play better.
Has to.
He hasn't played well the last 2 games.
He's like 2 for like 18 in the last 2 games.
Yeah,
he's a lefty, right?
He's been really bad.
No, he's their senior who's been to 3 Final Fours.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like he plays 3-4.
Big man, yeah.
I think he will play better.
Yeah.
Like I like him. We had him on Wub, and
he
just
good guy.
He feels like a kid that like gets it and is not going to be like in his head because he's played so shitty.
Yeah. But that's really what it comes at. Like it's one of those games where it's like if Michigan plays anything higher than a B+ game, they're going to win.
Yeah.
So UConn has to not only play an A game, but they have to keep Michigan from playing.
What do you think about the line? Because I don't know what to think about. Where's the public at right now? I'm seeing
probably Michigan.
Obviously, is that because they blew out Arizona?
Yeah,
sure.
And they've been the best team all year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been them, Arizona, and Duke all year.
But 6.5 feels like a lot of points for UConn. No.
Yeah. I'm not even looking at the line because obviously the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would lean UConn in terms of points.
That's what I'm saying. But then that 6.5 makes you think you should go Michigan then.
I actually think if you're going to take 6.5, just take the money line because it's like it does feel like one of those games where it's like a Michigan blowout is 100% on the table, and then if UConn can keep it close, like you get more value out of them,
Yeah.
So
you're not going to hedge it all?
You can't. How can you hedge minus 300?
Yeah.
It's like it's a brutal spot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe live line a little bit, but again, it's like this future is a little different. Two years ago, I had UConn. They just wasted everyone. Florida last year was great. This year, this is a third straight game. They're going to be underdogs. Like it's pretty insane that I'm even in this spot. So it's like whatever happens.
Yeah, and Lenneborg was really struggling to get up and down the court. So
yeah,
I really wonder what he's going to look like.
What else you guys talk about? Did you talk about Craig struggling with the?
I wanted to bring that up.
That
was awesome.
It's bad luck. It's a bad look.
It is bad luck.
I actually think it's
I've been there.
Yeah, for people who are listening who didn't see Craig Counsell on Sunday against the Indians, we had a doubleheader, or Guardians had a doubleheader, and there's a clip of him where he's just like about to throw up from a huge chaw in his mouth, and I
Got the hiccups.
actually think that it's such a bad look. Like, you have to do a press conference about it. Like, he actually has to say something,
Even if no one asks him about it.
Yeah,
he has
like,
to
hey, let's
bury
get
the
some,
lead.
let's clear some up here.
It
like
happens.
that wasn't.
Dude, what an opportunity.
I don't know.
You never get like that's like a saliva issue to me. Where like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Throat
it's just,
dries up.
it's just a tough one. You don't want your manager. You can't have your skip doing that.
You got to connect him with Lucy.
Yeah.
What an opportunity.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
yeah, for real.
Perfect.
But that was funny.
Yeah.
And do we have any update on Cade Horton?
Not yet. He's going for imaging today.
Bad.
So
The
Dave
exact
is
same tweets that Justin Steele, like being like, "Oh, he left with tightness. They only expect a short stint." That was exactly what Justin Steele was.
Yeah,
White Sox Dave is hoping for Tommy John.
That's
Why?
not what I'm hoping for at all. I don't wish ill on any player like that. That's not. He's lying. It's not even that he's ball busting. He's just flat out lying
Okay.
right now. I said that anytime it's like I didn't see the full inning before it or anything, but if his velo is down and he's the one calling the trainer and says, "I got tingling in my wrists," that's always a bad sign.
And I just said I'm choosing to remain positive.
Yeah,
that it was a
which-
wrist. He's already had Tommy John, and he started on the 15th.
That
so.
doesn't have anything to do with.
Well, Dave, it does to me.
Okay.
I mean, this would be just disastrous.
Yeah.
And Cabrera looks awesome.
He does.
I know that the weather was terrible, so it wasn't. He was getting both teams were getting some help from the wind, but he looked awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. It's just
honestly, more so, I want to get into the Bulls with you because the Bulls were like the hot topic of conversation last week at the end.
Yeah.
So this
They're
like,
tanking correctly.
no.
No, you haven't seen the Jaden
this
Ivey?
Oh,
Ivey
no,
thing,
yeah,
that
I know
might-
that.
They're not taking correctly because it took them so long.
Well, correct.
So
Yes.
they did not take correctly. We do have a 20% chance at a top 4 pick, which is very nice in a loaded draft.
Well, the problem is we play Washington twice here in the last 4 games.
I think we're 2 games better than or
yeah.
worse
The Bucks.
than the Bucks, which is huge.
And
that's the swing.
correct. Yes,
Yeah.
and they play the Nets twice. So
Yeah.
we just need to because we're probably going to win at least 1, maybe 2 against the Wizards. The Jaden Ivey thing sounds like it might be the thing that does AK in.
Which, all right, so I did my weekly hit with Waddle and Sylvie last week, and they asked me about this. And I said, because they're like, do you think that this will do in AK in the front office? And my response is, the fact that is an actual question is absolutely insane. But it speaks to how incompetent Jerry Reinsdorf is.
Yeah.
Any other front office, this would be a death knell. The minute this all transpires that you traded for a guy who then who, by reports was kind of losing it in Detroit, and I hope he gets help, and I hope everything I hate the whole story because people have just co-opted the story, politics and religion, and made it about something different. I just think Jaden Ivey needs someone to maybe help him. The fact that it's even a conversation of will they lose their job? Any other front office loses their job for how incompetent they have been up until that point, and then having that be an actual thing that happened, and how they basically botched every trade and mismanaged the timing of every trade. I don't know how you don't do it. You got to get rid of him, but he won't because Jerry Reinsdorf.
But now they're saying that this might be Billy's call if he stays or goes.
What do you mean?
If they fire AK and Eversley or not?
So then what? He goes to North Carolina if those guys stay?
Probably. That's some things that I've seen. So I don't know. What is Reinsdorf? Does he like Billy more or does he like the front office more?
How can you like anyone?
Then there's rumors about Myers and Dunleavy.
I know I saw that. That got me excited.
It did, yeah. So
was
it's
But if there's names out there, that makes you think that there's
Some
smoke, there's fire. Yeah.
yeah.
But who would want to? I guess if you're Myers or Dunleavy, you'd want to come here just because you'll never get fired.
That's it. Great job security.
But also you won't get the resources you need either.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just such a mess. They're such a shit organization, and it sucks because it's fun when the Bulls are good and this town loves basketball, and it's just Jerry Reinsdorf's just a piece of shit.
They're totally irrelevant.
Yeah. And this is an insane story that any other team, how did this happen? You traded for this guy and then you had to cut him 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
And everything that's going around about it, it's
It's not a circus.
Yeah. He played 4 games.
Yeah.
4 games.
And how do you not do the due diligence before that?
Yeah,
I know it wasn't like a massive trade, but still.
But there's no way that this wasn't going on in Detroit.
Correct.
There's
Right.
no way.
It didn't just start to happen.
Because there's reports of him like being weird with players in the locker room,
Yeah,
media.
right.
I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, no,
That's-
no. I was like locked into clips because
The-
it was so like, what am I watching here? This guy's losing his mind in real time.
Yeah, and AK seems like his strategy at this point is like, it feels like I'm running the Bulls because he's literally just trading for guys who used to be like, who are top 10 picks and being like, maybe.
One of them
That's
will work.
That's exactly how I'd run an organization. I'd just be like, this guy was really good at one point. Maybe I get lucky.
Yeah.
He's still young.
Reclamation
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
He brought in 2 number 5 picks, Okoro and then Ivy.
Yeah. It's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happens, but it's insane that we're even asking like, oh, I wonder if they'll lose their job. Any other place you lose your job.
I just don't know what he's done well. Like, what can Jerry look at and be like, yeah, this is
Hang your hat on
Matas.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, but
That's it, yeah.
that's such a small blip.
No, I
on the
agree.
Yeah.
radar.
It's not
I
like
mean,
they
I mean,
found him.
Giddy, you can get a little credit for Giddy,
Fine.
but
But
again,
even
he's
like Giddy is,
he's mistimed every trade.
yeah,
Like he just
Sold on the absolute bottom for Zach,
yeah.
DeMar.
Wendell Carter
and
trade
Ball.
was a disaster.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like that, that mini push that we made, whatever it was, 3-4 years ago, where he just was like, "Oh yeah, Levine and Vucevic and
DeMar.
DeMar is going to be a team that can actually contend." And for 2 months, it was, and then it never was again.
Yeah.
Patrick Williams, a number 4 pick, has been a disaster. Extending him to pay him $80 million has been even
You mean
worse.
the guy who came off the bench in Florida State wasn't worthy of being a top 4 pick?
It's horrible, and I saw this going around. Like this is like you could see the sad state of the Bulls because Obama's opening his library in June, and I think he did an interview with Anthony Edwards about it.
Yeah.
There's not even a Bulls player
No.
with enough
No.
pop to actually.
It
talk
sucks.
about it.
Yeah, it sucks. There's just not there's not an answer. They got to get lottery luck this
Yeah.
year, especially. But then who's making the pick?
And it doesn't even need to be that lucky. I really like the draft class.
Yeah, no. If you get if you have a 20% chance, you get a top 4 pick. That'd be incredible. Top 4 pick gets you a really, really good player. There.
Even 5 through, whatever. We
Get
just need to make
Acuff
sure we
or-
get
Oh
there.
man, I
Yeah.
would do anything for Acuff.
Yeah.
The way Cal talked about him.
Oh.
Like, did you get hook, line, and sinker?
Dude,
like
I
that?
already was. I already was in
Yeah.
on Acuff, and like he would actually. I don't know.
But as a pro
There's a
prospect,
question. Yeah, I mean, he's offensively, his game is going to absolutely translate. Defensively, I don't know if he can do it as a pro, but it doesn't really matter if he's that good offensively. And he also would be a guy that would instantly make the Bulls like watchable
Yeah.
because he's
It'd be
that
interesting.
electric offensively.
Yeah.
Like he will, maybe not his rookie year, but after his rookie, like he will be he could go for 40 any night type of guy.
Yeah.
do we? Anything else on the Bulls?
No.
Do we have to worry about our GOATs situation? I mean, LeBron doing the YouTube golf was this like first likable moment in what felt like a
I
long
didn't
time.
like him.
Even Dave said that.
I know,
Yeah, I didn't really like him.
because I
He
was
was really mean to the city of Memphis.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was
Stephen
kinda
A didn't
fucked
like
up.
that.
Kinda
What do you
fucked
say
up.
about Memphis?
He said it's the
I
worst
missed it.
place.
Memphis and Milwaukee are the 2 places he hates to play.
which I don't understand going over the top about moving the team to Nashville for him. Like, why? I don't know what he gains from that, but I do appreciate him being honest and not just being a
It's kind of smart.
cookie
Yeah,
cutter.
It's a way
thing,
better market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But still, like it sucks to relocate though.
Yeah. But
No,
I mean, that's like a half relocate.
Yeah,
It's like a couple-hour drive.
yeah, but
It's not
still,
This still would suck for Memphis.
exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And he also shit on Milwaukee, but they just completely
Skimmed over that.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly, flew under the radar. Also, Angel Reese is on the.
I
Yeah.
just saw that
Big-
2 first-round picks.
Big
right?
trade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
huge.
Sick.
Yeah.
Angel Reese era is over.
Damn.
Did you see Shire in the Illinois gear?
Yeah.
Bill Murray picture.
Yeah.
Would have been a good storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been a good storyline.
Would have been great.
Bill Murray's kid got the BC job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a really good coach. Yeah, it would have been a good storyline. Such a shame, Eddie.
It would have been good.
Such a shame.
You know?
Can't watch Cam Boozer just fucking dribble harder than anyone's ever dribbled
No,
into
Cam
the court
Boozer at the top of the key.
75 times with his shoulder into someone, and oh,
His
look,
vision.
he goes right again.
A team that doesn't live
Oh,
and
what
die.
beautiful
A
offense!
team that doesn't live and die, but a 3-point shot. He can get down there. He could look. He could find a shooter. He's a full package. we'd be blessed to have him play at the United Center.
You're
Obviously,
grossing
we
me
get him.
out
I'm
right
gonna,
now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend that everything I said was wrong, but or I didn't say
He'd be
it.
blessed.
But yeah, no, the beautiful offense was so wrong, so wrong.
What I meant to say is running the offense through Cam Boozer, I really enjoyed.
Okay.
That's how I should have.
What you
said
meant to
that.
say was you're a Duke fan.
Duke
That's
fan,
fine.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's
what
such
you
an
are.
easy thing to
No,
say.
and just in a
I don't know why you kind of push back again. You are a Duke fan.
when there's a
It's fine.
product. Not really though.
Yeah,
No,
you are.
I'm not.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not.
It's fine.
I'm not.
It's you and Marty.
I root for them at times.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's it.
It's fine.
That's it. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Only because of proximity to where Coach K and Shire grew up. That's it.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Well, no. He likes Duke, and then he still likes Duke. It's fine. I have no problem with that. He liking Duke.
If
He
you're
just has to say it.
But
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just has to say it.
no, I think there's a difference between being
But,
a fan and rooting.
You are a fan of.
Does that make sense?
You're a fan of Duke.
no, actually, know what? I'm with you right
That's
there.
it.
Like I root for Fitz, but like I'll never root for Michigan
Exactly.
State. If you know, okay.
Yeah, but
I-
he's
I-
now done it with back-to-back coaches. He's a fan of Duke.
it's the program,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the guy. Yeah.
yeah.
And I could even give you a pass. Like I root for people from Chicagoland,
And like
who do
Fitz
well
coached
typically.
your team.
Yeah, and
Forever.
yeah,
It's like
and
I
he got a raw deal. Yeah. But like if they prove later on that they're just smug fucking cockbags like Shire and Coach K did, then I will hate them even though they're from the same area as me.
Would have been a great storyline.
I don't no, wouldn't have. No, it wouldn't
Great
have.
storyline. Wait, is your UConn bet public?
Yeah, it's so this is crazy. I bet UConn in February, 15-1. I made two futures, 15-1 UConn, 19-1 Florida. Had a terrible conference championship week. And was like caught on Saturday or Sunday of conference championship week where I had no bullets. So I cashed out of the UConn bet. And I was just like, this sucks. I know like if they make a run, I'm gonna be so upset at myself. So then I rebet it at 25-1. So I have 25-1.
Okay.
It was to win the same amount. So because I was like, I'll if they win this and I cash out of a bet, I don't cash out of bets. Like I just don't do that. I had to do it in this spot because it was like a Saturday and I couldn't deposit. So I was like, I wanted to bet a game. Probably lost that one. So yeah, I have a 25-1 ticket.
all right.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
And then before we go here, do you have a Masters bet or no?
I think I might take Bryson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's been there.
I know.
He's
I
been
know.
there.
I know. I think I might take Bryson.
Okay.
All
I
right.
gotta just focus on tonight though. There's no way to hedge, which sucks. I think there's just nothing.
If they go down, if there's a live situation,
maybe. Yeah. Just gotta hope and pray.
like if they go up 10, well,
Yeah.
they still wouldn't even flip it that
No.
much.
No,
Yeah,
that's the
but
thing.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
They got to go up
Really
like
not-
20.
I
Yeah.
know, it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. All right, then. Thank you, Dan.
All right.
We got Banks coming on here to talk Masters. We got like a little 15-minute preview. Before we get to him, though, I want to talk about Ikon Pass. From the post-game show to Alpine Glow, seek unique with Ikon Pass and score access to more than 70 destinations next winter. Beat the buzz before spring's lowest prices end after April 16th. Starting at $299 for an adult pass, this is the play of the year, and you can lock it in with the most flexible payment plan options. Buy now, ride now with immediate access at select destinations and up to 17 mountains this spring, then ride across over 70 destinations next winter. Or for returning pass holders, choose your renewal reward from mountain credits, retail and travel rewards, or pass discounts. Plus, get cash back when life or the weather changes your plans with the new refundable product options. Buy your Ikon Pass before prices go up in spring promo and after April 16th at ikonpass.com. That's ikonpass.com before April 16th. And on that note, let's kick it over to our interview with Banks, about 15 minutes on the Masters. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you on the other side. All right, so now we're joined by Barstool Banks. Banks, longtime Ravens blogger, also does a great Masters preview on the blog every year. So we're going to talk a little Masters here. We rarely talk golf here, but obviously it's the biggest tournament, so why not?
Yeah, let's get into it.
It's a
Everyone
great
likes the
tournament.
Masters.
Yeah, it's the Masters. It's Americana, as I like to say. I'm excited to win some money on behalf of Banks and the Masters this weekend.
Thanks for doing this, Banks.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you.
That's why I'm here. It's a pleasure to be here. Best week of the year. Certainly have a lot of call them the casuals coming from the woodworks. That's the purpose of the blog, is to catch everybody up to speed on what's been going on really since the Open last year, and see who's been playing well, who maybe isn't, and try to make you all some money this week.
So we'll start with this. The returning champion, Rory, his back's a little banged up. Is it better for Rory to come into this super loose, or is it worse because he probably is maybe not going to give as much of a fuck? I don't know. Where do you stand on Rory heading in?
It's been all over the map. I mean, all in all, it's probably way better that he's got the monkey off his back. There were years when it was so elusive for him that he would just try to focus super hard and just wouldn't do any media and wouldn't do any fun shit, skip the par 3 tournament and just lock in for the week. And then that would go terribly. He'd miss the cut. And then he'd come back and try to play it super loose. And sometimes he'd contend, sometimes he wouldn't. I think all in all, just the gigantic weight that's off his shoulders here, it's going to be nothing but a good thing for him. He hasn't been playing exceptional so far, but he's playing a little better than he did, I would say, in the back half of 2025 when he did the Victory Tour. And some were thinking like, oh, that might be it for him. Others were thinking the floodgates might open. I tend to think that he's got a lot of good golf left in him, and I think he's going to play pretty well this week.
Okay, because I was going to stay away from him with a 10-foot pole. It just with the back injury, and you're right. There's a sense of looseness being having the monkey off your back, but still, it just seems like I don't want to. I don't want to go near him.
He's not near the top of my list of guys you're going to find value on, but certainly expect him to be top 20 and certainly playing late on Sunday.
All right. Well, how about the guy who's won it a lot recently? Are we going every other year? Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, real interesting from him. He had a streak of 19 straight top 10s in every single event he played dating back to last March. That streak was snapped a month and a half ago, and he actually has gone 3 straight tournaments without a top 10. Now, the value for him on the board is about 4-1 right now. And last year, heading into the tournament, was almost exactly the same. But he's playing pretty poorly at the Players. That was a tournament where he just missed everything out to the right, and he was fighting his golf swing. And this isn't a course where you can really have a right miss. How he compensated for it was, and I know I'm getting over granular here, but he was just aiming out left and just playing it. And this isn't a course where you can do that. He's had a month to try to figure it out, but he's also had the birth of his second son about 10 days ago. That's going to be talked about a lot this week, where I wouldn't imagine he's been in the lab getting it figured out so much. So he's somebody like, come on, man, he's Scotty Scheffler. He's been eating everything up for 4 or 5 years now. Of course, you can expect that he's going to be playing late too, but I'm staying away from a 4-1 kind of number.
Banks, I got a question for you as a non-golf guy, and you kind of just started talking on it, but like in my head, there's kind of a finite break for every golfer. It's tournament to tournament to tournament. How much can you, or does a golfer, it doesn't matter if you're like at the pinnacle of golf or, at the bottom end of the tour, how much momentum is taken from one tournament to the other, be it bad momentum or good momentum? Or is it just something that you like? It's Thursday, I'm starting my round. It's a completely new day.
It's a lot of guesswork, to be honest. There's really 2 things that I tend to look for in any given tournament when I'm handicapping it. It's a matter of like, does this person play well at this course and courses that tend to have similarities statistically? And the other is just recent form. And I tend to lean more towards that course fit. But this is one of those ones where oftentimes you just throw out the book.
Yeah, right.
Like it's like major championship. Like I've got a list of guys I'm staying away from for a variety of reasons. Like Brooks Koepka is one. He just hasn't shown anybody anything whatsoever since he got back on tour. But he's Brooks Koepka. He's a big game hunter. Yeah. Like he's shown up to this tournament in bad form and contended in the past, hasn't won it. But it's like anything in gambling. There's some guesswork involved.
So are you typically a guy who focuses more on the top 5 finishes for gambling reasons, or the top 10, or do you do outrights, or how do you usually go about it?
It's a good mix. You always try to pick the winner. I mean, that's the one that's going to get the most highlights or whatever. Yeah, whatever. But there's a lot of fun props that come into play with the Masters. Last year, I bet the over on whether there would be 1,000 birdies or more. I mean, it's just an absurd bet. But you just sit there and you just bet for birdies. You're just rooting for putts to go in all day. It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
like
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
That is fun.
So I'm gonna look for some fun stuff like that. The blog is like 3/4 of the way done. It's like 3,500 words in. That's a little bit light, to be honest, from year to year. But this is where I'm really in the lab.
So you
figuring it out.
said a cross-off list. Who's on the cross-off list?
2 guys that
And talk
have
slow
very
because I'm writing these down.
I'm staying away from like Daniel Berger and Sam Burns are 2 guys that I feel like have pretty similar games that I just don't think translate well here whatsoever. Terrell Hatton is another guy that seems to go to war with this course. Like he motherfucks this course every single year when he's playing it. He like pretended to shoot it with his putter a couple years ago. He's always caught on a hot mic in Amen Corner doing something stupid. Like Wyndham Clark, another one. I just don't feel like it fits here. Max Homa is a guy everybody loves to root for, myself included. Has not been playing terribly well over the last year or so. Starting to trend a little bit in the right direction, but he's just one of those names that I think the casuals will gravitate towards. And he's certainly been a top 15 player in the world before, but he's not that whatsoever right now.
I just saw a name that really piqued my interest. I'm on DraftKings right now. Maybe he's hurt or something. If you could tell me what's going on, but Cameron Smith finished second in this tournament in 2020. He's plus 9,800 to win it, plus 1,250 to be top 5, and plus 510 in the top 10. What am I missing here with Cameron Smith?
When he took the live bag, he pretty much just kicked his feet up. Is the perception?
Okay.
I cannot say that I'm tracking live all that closely. Like, yes, I'm looking at numbers, but in terms of me tuning in and watching those tournaments, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm doing it. But he's a name of a guy that I wanted to pick out as this name's going to stick out to people who know him, and they're going to see the number and they're going to get attracted to it. But the number is so far down that it's like, oh, well, maybe. Like,
Yes.
he's played this particular course very well. I thought him, Spieth, like Obear is the new flavor of the week that's shown up at a young age and has played this course very well. Like, I can't write off Spieth as somebody that and Cam Smith that you just have to keep an eye on them. Like, no one's going to be surprised if they're in the mix going into the weekend.
Okay, then let's talk value then. What are some names that you like
Long
as far
shot
as that
names.
goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aubert and Schauffele are my 2 guys I'm going back and forth on who's going to be like my official pick. They're both on my card, no question. I just think there's this top 3 of Scheffler, Rahm, and Rory. Rahm is actually playing the best from the outside looking in on live. He's top 5 in all 5 events so far this year. So of the 3 of those, and I know a lot of people do pools where there's like tiers and you got to pick one from a group or whatever. He's probably the one of those 3 that I'd pick among them. But below that is kind of the area I'm targeting, because this tournament has proven more recently to just be one that the big dogs take down. Like, there's not some random coming out of left field and winning this tournament anymore. The tournament or the course has just gotten too long. The fields have just gotten too good. So with that said about those top 3, I'm really kind of looking at that next tier down to see who's playing well. Schauffele has won a couple majors, has played well here historically. I would love Colin Morikawa if he didn't get injured at the Players. Like, he should be right there in my eyes a month ago with Aubert and Schauffele at that like 18-1 number, but he's 31-1 right now. And it has everything to do with the fact that he hasn't played any golf since he walked off the course at Sawgrass. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on him as the injury reports. There's not any, obviously, an injury report out there, but what the buzz is about it. And then further down the board, like Patrick Reed has been playing well on the European Tour. He's no fun to root for, but he'll play well here. Bob McIntyre, before we logged on here, Dave was saying that his dad was motherfucking Bob Mack for yesterday, but he's been playing well. He's a lefty. Lefties tend to play well here on this course. And Akshay Bhatia, another lefty that's pretty far down the board, won the Arnold Palmer this year. I could see him making some noise too.
Yeah, I mean, you always feel good with Xander. He just always hangs around. He's always there. Yeah. So, especially when it comes to a top 10, I think that's always a good spot. Aberg, or Oberg, however the hell you say it, last year, and I think he just recently melted down too, right?
Yeah, at the Players, he had a multiple stroke lead on the back nine and just had 2 or 3 bad swings that compounded on each other and lost that one. He's a machine though. Like he's going to win a lot of golf tournaments in his career. He was just steamrolling everybody in college. I think he's going to win a major this year. And obviously given how he's played, he's finished 7th last year and 2nd in his debut a couple years ago here at Augusta. It's hard not to think he's going to pick one of these off at some point, and maybe this year's the year.
Yeah, I don't know. Something feels between the ears with him, because at the end he kind of always does the same shit. But
who's your longest long shot for a guy that you think you could finish top 10 based upon, you said there's certain guys who just play well here. Is there somebody way down the board where you're like, I got my eye on him?
I don't know about way down the board. Like Jacob Bridgman's 94-1. A top 10 would be close to 5-1. He's been playing really well early this year. He is a quote unquote, I love this, that this phrase gets thrown around only this time of year. He's a debutante. I might look at him for top debutante. Corey Connors is in a similar range where he's played this course very well. He's also a guy who's kind of boring to watch, but he's certainly proven to be a stick here. Other than that, I haven't really perused that lower end yet, and that's really where I dig into, like, where are those flyers to take. So I wish I had something for you right off the bat here.
This is a plug for your blog. Let's have it in that last 5,000 words.
No, exactly. I got to tease him a little bit. I got way too many tabs open. I could dig into it here in a minute, but
when does the blog come out?
Let's move on. So I go back, and every single year I set a goal of just shooting it out there Sunday night, so everybody has it to dig into Monday morning.
Yeah.
And then I realize just how much of a beast it is, and I just fall a little bit behind on it. Plus, there's I want to put a weather report in there that's up to date enough, that isn't too far out.
Yeah.
The board itself changes quite a bit. The tee times pop up. They've got it down to a science. For a bunch of years, I was tracking exactly what time on Tuesday they were releasing it. Anywhere between 11:53 and 12:07, they were putting it out. They had been on the number at noon the last 2 years, so I'm excited to see that. So I would guess either tonight, or I'll wait until that 12:30 hour tomorrow for people to sink their teeth into it.
Perfect. Well, Banks, thank you for jumping on with us. Check out his Masters blog. It's on the barstoolsports.com website. Anything else, Banks? I know you did the Ravens pod for a while. You guys still cooking on that?
Yeah, we got Exit 52. It's not directly affiliated with Barstool. I've got RDT on that with me and a couple other partners. We've always got that cooking. I do have weekly golf blogs that I've started to pick up again for bigger tournaments, so keep an eye out for those. And Lamar Jackson showed up to OTAs for the first time in years today. So I'm fucking fired up that I don't have to deal with that storyline around here.
That's perfect. There you go. He just needed Harbaugh to leave, and then he's in.
There it is.
So go follow him at Barstool Banks. Been with the company forever.
Over 10 years,
exactly.
right? 12 years.
I think we all kind of joined around the same time. There used to be this nice little roster of I don't even know what to call us.
Contributors.
Guys that were, contributors, whatever. I've kind of hung tight with that. It's good to catch up, boys.
Yeah, it is, man. It's great to have you on. So we were.
Yeah, he used to be one of my G-Chat guys.
Yeah.
Dude, G-Chat that's an era in itself.
Yeah.
One more time, Barstool Banks. Go check out his blog. He does a great job, and he puts a lot of effort into it every year. So I definitely wanted to get it out there. So thanks, Banks. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Banksy.
Yeah, appreciate you, boys.
All right, so that was Barstool Banks. Thank you, guys. Are you guys excited for the Masters? What's your level of?
Yeah. I don't know if excited's the right word, but I will have it on all weekend. I will be with my dad all weekend. He's a huge golf guy, and he's already texted me asking for different people to bet this weekend because he thinks that I know something that he doesn't. But
probably no less.
Yeah, way less.
Yeah. You should just start giving him random names so he has to search through.
Yeah.
Just make up names.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But all right, then. That's the show. Thank you
Yep.
for listening. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys next week.